75% of the people do not know what they will order when they come into your restaurant. Kung minsan hawak nila yung menu, saka pa lang sila mag-iisip kung ano ang kakainin at o-orderin nila. And in fact, many people have difficulty in deciding what to order. So who knows best about the food and beverages in your restaurant? It is you who knows best about all the food and beverages that you offer. And it depends on you to make your guests' experience even better by suggesting food and beverages according to their needs and wants. So ano nga ba ang suggestive selling? At paano ito nakakatulong na tumaas ang inyong revenue at profit? So let us dive into this video and find out how do you sell your food and beverages in order to increase your revenue and your average guest check. Let us find out the techniques. Hello! Magandang araw mga ka-e-learners! Ako si Miss E, ang inyong F&B specialist. I talk about food and beverage management. This channel is dedicated to all the hotel and restaurant management students, restaurant owners, food and beverage employees in the hospitality industry. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe so I can make more videos like these. My topics are based on my first-hand experiences in hotels, resorts, casinos, membership clubs, beach club, golf, and country club. Batay sa sarili kong karanasan bilang corporate F&B executive, F&B director, trainer, mentor, consultant, and pre-opening expert. I develop policies and procedures for F&B operations, food safety and hygiene, F&B sustainability, F&B cost control, and pre-opening templates and guidelines. I create tailored workshops and training solutions with coaching and mentoring. I want you to be empowered at magkaroon ng kaalaman sa pasikot-sikot sa food and beverage management. If that sounds good to you, then please give me a big thumbs up and let's go! Mga ka-e-learners, if you have not subscribed yet, I would love to have you here in my channel as a subscriber, and rest assured that all my topics are based on the real-life scenarios in the F&B industry. Kindly hit the notification bell so you will be advised every time I upload a new video. Thank you mga ka-e-learners. So ano nga bang suggestive selling? Ito ang creative at enthusiastic merchandising of food and beverages for more profitable sales. Sa suggestive selling kasi ang waiter ay nagiging parang consultant. And this is the most professional approach as compared to cross-selling and upselling. So sa ating dining area, meron tayong two types of service people. The other one is a salesperson and the other one is a plain order taker. So what is the difference between the two? Ano ang difference ni order taker kay salesperson? Alright, a salesperson makes suggestions and helps the guests to order. Kasi his target is to increase the sales. While the order taker naman does not suggest but just asks, what do you want to order? Without thinking of the sales. A salesperson tries to make suggestive selling, while the order taker can suggest but is not worth the value. Kasi he doesn't know which item to sell, which item to suggest, and how to sell it. The salesperson is always able to persuade the guests to make higher or more amount of sales, while the order taker takes whatever the guest would order without suggesting. The salesperson is always hunting for prospects, while the order taker is just always waiting for the guest to call him. And here are some recommended spills which you may use for your suggestive selling journey while doing your order-taking procedures. So this is the waiter acting as a consultant. Good afternoon, Mrs. Smith. Refreshing fruit shakes are perfect for the hot weather today. We have lemon mint crushed, or would you prefer our blueberry lemonade punch? The waiter is using open-ended questions. So you have to give 1 to 2 suggestions or a maximum of 3. And the most important thing is you have to be very specific. And this one is the waiter acting as a plain order taker. May I take your drink order, ma'am? And again, the waiter acting as a consultant. You ordered 1 lemon mint crushed and 1 blueberry lemonade punch. This will be served in 5 minutes. By the way, our shakes by the pitcher are on 10% off promo. How about that, Mrs. Smith? This is a very casual and informal approach. And the suggestive selling technique here is used as a closing rather than opening statement in order to tease the guest. And again, the waiter is very specific. How would you like to start your meal, Mrs. Smith? We have our signature baked lobster dip with crostini. It has a creamy Alfredo sauce with artichoke and fresh lobster. You can share one of that. The waiter is providing a very detailed description here, and he is creating an image in the mind of the guest. He kept it short and sweet and very specific. While the order taker would ask, "Would you like to order your appetizer, ma'am?" "Mrs. Smith, our special chocolate ice cream for your dessert is one of our top sellers. You may share one of these." Again, the waiter is very specific here. He is creating an image in the mind of his guest. While the order taker would ask this question, "Would you like to choose from our dessert selection, ma'am?" This is a close-ended question answerable by just yes or no. "I would like to eat something heavy for lunch. I skipped my breakfast. I recommend our house special tomahawk pork chop with caramelized onions for you, Mrs. Smith." "Alright, I will try that one." "That's a good choice. It is served with potato wedges. What about a side order of battered baby vegetables? This will go well with your pork chop." The waiter here used a technique to answer the "what is good" question. And he is very specific. This meal is excellent for specials of the day. And he even sold a little extra. So have you noticed one common denominator in those suggestive selling spills? They are all very specific, and that is the number one rule in suggestive selling. Be specific. And now let us see, ano ba ang top 3 items na dapat nating i-suggestive sell? Number 1 is the highly priced items. You may suggestive sell the most expensive items, but there is a possible danger on this. The guests may not return if you fail their expectations. If you offer the most expensive items, make sure that it is always worth the price. Baka kasi hindi nila makita yung value for money, so they might get frustrated, and this may destroy the image of your restaurant. And the second item to sell is the low food cost items. The low food cost items must be given more focus. The cost is lower, so this is high in profit margin. There is no effect on the guests, but big effect on the restaurant's profit. And the third item that you need to sell are the little extras. These little extras can add up, little things which guests do not think of. You may offer salad, side orders, bottled water, fresh juices, or desserts. So you have to be very specific in what you are selling. Bakit yung mga specific suggestions ay nagiging more effective? Kasi it creates an image in the minds of the guests which will encourage them to buy. At yung mga general suggestions, they do not do any advertising. If the guest says no to your first dessert suggestion, you can easily try to suggest another one. But if you ask if he likes to order a dessert, and the answer is no dessert, then the door is closed. So how do you suggest your food and beverages? Unang-una, kailangan meron kang extensive knowledge of all your food and beverages. Kailangan meron kang excellent product knowledge so you can sell perfectly and convincingly. So what do you need to know about your product? You need to know about the taste, the portion, the texture, the ingredients, the preparation time, and all the accompaniments. So how do you suggest your food and beverages? Think of products that the guests would enjoy. You may do some profiling and based on their profile like the millennials, the seniors, the office workers, the students, and others. So give guests the options and the choices. So if they decline on the first, you may have other options to offer. Ask open-ended questions. We have soft drinks, beers, fresh fruit juices. Which drink would you prefer? Offer highly profitable items. Check the menu engineering report. Which items are the most profitable? Consider availability and non-availability. At the start of the shift, find out during the pre-shift briefing what items are running low and not available. You may be suggesting items which are no longer available. Suggest beverages to go with your meals. Know which beverages complement each dish, so you may suggest well. Offer specialty of the day or of the house. Daily specials or signature dishes are great suggesting. Offer at least 2 options when selling. If they decline on the first, you have another one to suggest. And know your guest profile. Assess your host, who is your key customer. Use descriptive words while offering the dishes. Adjectives like freshly prepared, chilled, refreshing, and others will make the dish or the drinks more tempting. Read the body language of the guests. If he seems disinterested, then change the recommendations and suggest something else. Direct the communication to the host. For successful suggestive selling, pay attention to the cues. This means that if the host frowns when you initiate suggestive selling towards him or her, stop suggestive selling immediately and simply present the menus. Know at least 3 white wines and 3 red wines by the glass, and know their food combination so you can suggest excellently. Do not do short-term overselling, where the host may just take your suggestion for the expensive items on the menu out of pressure and out of embarrassment from the group. This will just hurt your restaurant because they will no longer return. Put the needs of your customers first, and the money follows. Upselling can be a win-win for everyone, but the customer must win first. So what are the things to remember before selling? What items to sell? When to sell? How to sell? And how to serve. And don't forget that you can only sell a product if you know it by heart. And that's it for today's video, mga ka-e-learners. Thank you and see you on my next one. Keep watching, keep on learning, and happy selling. Bye!